through life, through whatever we can do in life, they become a diamond. They might have been a diamond in the rough, and then in physical world they are shaped, but they are already the diamond. Okay, so it's not we're born unconscious, we don't have a memory, etc., etc. And with life, when we are 20 years old, we are all of a sudden a worthy, respectful human being. Now, conscious parenting is about the baby from the moment it's conceived. And even before, when the parents are talking about having a baby, it is already a diamond, it's already aware, there's already a soul descending to earth to be with those parents. So, and why are adults in such misery? Why do we have miserable adults in this world, and why are many adults good people but miserable from the inside? It's because we don't respect life as it is, and the sacredness, the nature of it. So if you are a parent, and of course a non-parent, the respect starts with understanding that a body is sacred, and that the soul inside that body is as well sacred. So how would you treat a body or a soul if they are more than maybe an object, or if they are something that says everything about you? Or the best way I think to imagine it is if you yourself were trapped in the body of a child or a baby. Would you like to be treated the way that you are treating your baby? And that can really take you far, far, far ahead. So every manipulation of the parent with a baby or child should be very conscious, which means everything you're doing is affecting that baby. So let's deep dive into conscious parenting. I'm going to show you every step on paper, so you'll see that as well as reminders. First of all, that's my point 5 over here, but we're complex beings. So that means that a baby is already a complex being. It's not just the physical baby that you're seeing. It actually is a whole person, a whole as an adult. So whatever you know or think or feel about yourself is how you would see the baby. So the more complex or intelligent you look at yourself as a body, a spirit, how the body functions, how the spirit functions, what you know about life, is how you're going to see that child. Okay, and as well the potential of the child. So a child is a complete human being from beginning, but we have to realize that their spirit, their soul, is a bit trapped in a disabled body. So just like we can have disabled adults or teenagers, the baby is caught in an infant body. So they usually don't talk, walk. They have to ask for everything through crying. They're still developing their bodily senses, their bodily functions, etc. So it's very, very complex. So besides the complexity, it means that consciousness is already there from the very, very start. So basically when the parents talk about having the child, or the child is conceived, there is already a consciousness growing. So consciousness is in every cell of a human being. It's not in an adult more than in a baby. Sometimes maybe the other way around, okay? So as well as memory. Memory is in every cell of our human body. So it's in a baby as much as it is in ourselves. A soul is as much in a baby as it is in ourselves. So that soul, that thing that is thinking, talking, provoking life is the soul and is as much in the baby as in ourselves. So the point is to work with the body and that soul inside the body from day 0 or from pregnancy even. And for ourselves to also work with our own body and soul. Okay? It's more complex than a body and soul, but this will just break it down to something that we can understand. Nice view on this is that we are all made up of male and female energy. So male and female energy is a lot of consciousness, and maybe until now humans have maybe not the old civilizations, but the current humans understand male, female in a very simplistic way. And yeah, I'm not going to go into it, but it's just an eye-opener that we're made of male and female energy. Okay, then I'm going to work my way up. So communication, that will be point 4. Conscious parenting is all about communication. There's no way to teach someone every step of life. Life happens, and communication is a way to guide someone in their life. So no matter how young or how old, only through communication we can express ourselves. So the communication we have within ourselves, the knowledge that we have of communication, also defines how well we are communicating with ourselves and how positively are we communicating with ourselves. So everything is made up of how we relate. How much do we know about communication is how much we know about relationships. Okay, and relationships are actually the communication between two individuals. So we're not going into unified relationship or feelings, because in consciousness and in conscious parenting we see two individuals. Okay, and I'm going to come back to that. First of all, communication is expressed in I am and I wish. So when you're communicating with your child, you're also communicating in I am, and I am can be any of the emotions or feelings, and you communicate in I wish. And that's without expectations, really. Maybe if someone can agree that you're too upset that the toys aren't taken care of, then that person can maybe agree that taking care of toys is a more respectful way, more conscious way of dealing with our stuff. But there's no obligation, really. It will go, and that maybe hits a part of the discipline, but we'll have to talk about that in another session. And then I wish. So I wish you would take better care of your toys. So another way to see this is relating to yourself or to the world. I am angry that people are fighting wars, that soldiers take part in wars. I wish soldiers would redefine their duties, something like that. Okay? Okay, then I have point 3, which are the emotions. So there are many, many, many feelings, many state of minds. All these I can give a list of. They're already defined by consciousness. But at the same time, the consciousness itself, when you've reached that state, is just a peaceful place, very grounded, but not grounded, very easygoing. There are no dramas. It's a fertile ground. You're in touch with the universe. You know yourself. And from there you can work on more real things instead of maybe the drama in your life or all the thinking or the complexities that humans encounter. So, but there are 4 emotions. So to make life interesting, they didn't give us just peace. They didn't give us just the zero ground. There is fear on one spectrum end, and there is joy at the other spectrum end. So often, like people, we talk about happy and sad, when actually, in definition, there is happy and there's sad, but it's only halfway the ladder. So sad is actually halfway the fear, and happy is halfway the joy. I'm gonna try showing that to you. So there, and in that case, when we have suppressed feelings, we will be sad. So when we have suppressed anger, actually, which anger is, it's an energy. Anger is really, it can be positive and it can be negative, or it can be constructive and it can be destructive. So joy anger is actually like joy energy. Fear anger is actually fearful, is destructive. We're destructing ourselves. In life, in general, we shouldn't fear, although there is not only good in this world. So in the world, we can see the hell that people could live or do live within themselves, with other oppressors, in countries, in wars, in wrong systems.